Mirror, mirror, fogged and loud, what truth today makes the future proud? So, Operation Save Aniwaya is in effect. Aniwaya is the name of my A-liner camper that was repossessed on Tuesday, same day I spoke at City Council and called out our police department and the atrocious 5x5 city plan that aligns with Agenda 2030, which is basically how the whole world 1984 is us. If you have not read 1984 by George Orwell, at least, maybe I need to do a summary of that so we have that as reference. Because Wampus Cubs, this is not how things are supposed to be. This is not how things are supposed to feel. You deserve better. You don't deserve to step into adulthood like this with all of this chaos, all of this uncertainty. AI still, I mean, I saw Elon Musk the other day say, don't be a doctor. Well, what if you've wanted to be a doctor since you were 5 years old? I mean, we can't just erase generations of people's dreams. Let's talk about dream erasure. Erasure justice is not just what they've tried to do to me, which is, actually kill me, actually lock me away and destroy my mind, actually, destroy my spirit so much that I unalive myself. That's one of their favorites. If you're a dissident voice in their mind, you're a target. You're unsafe, and you need to be suppressed and shadow banned online, and you need to be suppressed and shadow banned in real life. So erasure justice is about all of it. And now they're trying to erase the 4 years of memories I have with my beloved camper and the violation of it being ripped out of my driveway when I was gone, full of my stuff, thousands of dollars of equipment and things inside. Now I have to chase down. They won't let you show up. You have to make an appointment. I had an appointment for Monday. They've already canceled it because they're worried about the weather. So now it's like, oh, they're going to try to auction it off with all my stuff inside of it too. No, thank you. So the cruelty of the system to be 3 months behind in payments and not receive phone calls or notices that I know of. I mean, I haven't seen anything. Maybe they sent emails and it went to an email I don't check. I don't know. Maybe it went to spam. But it feels fast. It feels rapid. And it feels cruel because they're going to get pennies back, but they get to write it off to their insurance. So it's such really a scam. The whole repo world. I'm not saying they just give me the camper for free. I mean, that's not what I'm trying to. Although this has cranked me into sponsorship mode. I'm reaching out. A-liner, the bank itself, M&T Bank, you know, other outdoor adventure type sponsors. I mean, I'm literally like trying to pivot and trying to save my camper. And while I work those angles, I ask all of you to help save the camper because the camper was a big part of the Repatriation Rebellion plans this year to go on a tour, to go talk to indigenous leaders that are working on repatriating the land, talk to regenerative leaders, talk to people doing the work, stop at tiny home communities, see what they're doing, see the alternatives to the cryptobiomes that they're trying to trap us all in. So, it's heartbreaking. It's like another setback. I just saved my house from the mortgage company, trying to say that I was still married, and all this madness that I've been dealing with for the last couple months. Finally got that behind me. About to, try to dig in and figure out the camper and the next thing, right? One at a time, kind of, one at a time. And boom, I was a couple days late. Literally had it written on my calendar this week to like deal with it. And this, when I published my book, I thought there'd be a few hundred sales, a few thousand sales. I thought maybe, journalists would pick it up because it's so shocking what has happened to me and what the system has done to me. And whether you believe I deserved it or not, what happens on the inside is something I don't want anyone to ever experience. It would break a lot of people. And I'm not sitting here saying how strong I am. I've been forged in fires. I am, you know, a horribly abusive family, both sides, mom's side, dad's side. And, you know, basically some form of abuse ever since. Abused in college by my college, not sexually, but emotionally, um, and I'd say spiritually. And that's an interesting word that popped up for me right now. But there's a spiritual abuse when a person in power mistreats you and tries to beat down your spirit. Um, Definitely emotional abuse too. And in grad school, emotionally abusive boss, but I was just a graduate assistant. So like I was, basically a glorified player and 22 years old, and it's like you're supposed to be teaching me and leading me, guiding me, taking me under your wing, and instead you're a total freak and creep that hits on everything that moves. There should be nowhere near women in spandex. Then my first job after that, an emotionally abusive, narcissistic boss. Then abused as a teacher. I was a high school English teacher for 5 years, abused in that system by the students, by parents. Then tried to make it on my own as a freelance writer and brand manager and help build up brands. I've helped build up multi-million-dollar brands. I used to be the brand manager for Snyder's of Hanover Pretzels. I helped them through a somebody found the tip of their thumb in a bag of pretzels. I helped them through that crisis because that was like early days of internet, and it was like Facebook and maybe not even much else. I mean, really. And this guy sent us a private message, and I handled it. Like they gave him free pretzels for a year, or something crazy. But that's it. Like it was totally tamped down because I responded right away. Blah blah blah. So yeah, truly used and abused by everybody in every system. And I don't say it to pity myself. It's comical at this point, looking back at it, at the just sheer volume of it. But it cracks me up because nobody ever broke my spirit. They didn't break my spirit in jail, and they absolutely violated my human rights. They didn't break my spirit in the psych ward. They absolutely tried to many times and put me in actual physical danger many times. So I'm asking for Operation Save Aniwaya. And you can help by buying a copy of my book for $9.99. You can help that way. You can help by buying a ticket to the 999 festival. They are $99, and we are going to be having a music and camping festival on September 9th, 2034. Now that's far away. I get it. That seems crazy to talk about already. But that's why it's so special. You are helping save the camper now, keep the recreation going now, and have this incredible event 9 years from now that you are committing to. So you're helping collapse the timeline from now with the real 3D struggles I'm having to that incredible 999 experience that we are actively putting together and actively going to make happen. We think there's going to be dozens, if not hundreds, all over the world. Even if it's somebody with their backyard and a guitar, that's their idea that we're all having 999 celebrations in our communities. So, that way, want to go bigger, there is a camping festival ticket for $999. We sell 10 of those, Aniwaya saved, right? That's the name of my camper. Used it. Um, and it's so savable, but I've been howling for 9 months, y'all. I've been trying to rebuild my life since the cagings. I was just caged again in November. And, you know, this might sound a little extra to some people, but I don't care. I'm thinking about Facebook and all of these tools, AIM, Instant Messenger in high school, MySpace, all these different platforms that people like me, born in 1980, we're that cusp. We have our own little name of a generation from like 1978 to 1982 because we literally were analog in high school and then digital by end of college. So we experienced the gap at like prime time in our life. AOL Instant Messenger was like when I was 16, 17, 18. MySpace was like when I was 17, 18. We're talking 1997, y'all. Okay? We're talking 30 years ago. And you start feeling used and abused. You're sitting there breaking the tools. You're teaching the tools how to interact with people. I bought ads. I could talk to people on the phone and talk about my ads on Facebook. I mean, I have definitely been an investor in Facebook as a user. And it's disgusting that all these companies do this. They use and abuse us and then go off to become billionaires thinking that they don't know us anything, that we're just data points, that we're too stupid to make a bunch of money and be soulless like them. And people are going to see this camper story and be like, "Ugh, she don't know how to manage her money." No, I have been pouring every single drop of myself into building the Rematriation Rebellion, Rise of Wampus, Wampus Verse, writing my book. They've always called us crazy. I've been doing the work, right? I've been putting in the time. Being shadowed, being suppressed, being all of these things makes it really, really, really difficult. So, no pity. This is the system doing its thing, machining, all that. So, just know, please, please check out the mercantile. I'm telling you, there's some cool stuff in there. 999 resources. There's all kinds of stuff, y'all. Stay Aniwaya. Thank you. Means wolf den. Hello.